Welcome to another Lucy Circle tutorial. Today we're continuing off of the movement set of tutorials that we're doing. These are a mini series within the portal tutorials where we're covering one movement at a time. We did an overview of all the movements at the beginning, and now we've covered claims and releases entirely. Today we're going to be focusing entirely on publications. If you've been following the tutorials from the beginning, you'll remember that we created an organization named Maple Grove. Within it, we also have two daycares that we've created, and we also have two programs as well. Now remember that when we're talking about movements, we can access them whether we're inside or outside the organization. All we have to do is click the top right hand side and then click movements. We'll click publications, and you see we have no current publications right now. We can click create a publication and get started from here. But I want to do it another way. The second way is the one that will be more common to you. You'll be within an organization. You'll probably be within your daycares or your organization. So suppose we're within a single daycare. You'll see that this daycare is already fully built out. We have the galleries, the icons, all of the information has been entered. The only thing we might be missing is availability and openings, but again, we can return to this in the future, and we can even do this after it's published. For now, you see on the right hand side, we have a card that says Daycare State, and it says Access to Publish is disabled. So if I click Publish Now, you'll see I get a modal, and this modal says that we need to submit a publication request. And this is again because we don't have access to publish right away. The reason for this is that Lucy Circle tries very hard to make sure that all of the information within the public pages is healthy and complete. And in order to keep that data healthy, we need to make sure that no fake daycares are added to the system. The way we do this, while allowing daycares to build up their profiles, is to make them all private by default. The first time you publish, you'll have to verify one time that you actually own this daycare and that it happens to be a real daycare. So we're going to do that right now. I'm going to click Publish Now, and then I'm going to click Submit for Review. You see here we are back in the new publication page, the one that we had arrived through also through the publications page. I'm going to click Organization, and we have a single organization right now. And then you see that we have two daycares. So suppose only one of the two daycares was ready for publication. I could just click one of them, and then I could click Create Publication, and then we could get started. Suppose later I change my mind, and I'm like, you know what? I think both daycares are ready to publish. They both have an address, and they're both fully built out. I'm going to update that. And now you see that my publication request includes the organization, and it also includes the daycares that I have. If later on in the future, after I've submitted this request, I happen to create a third daycare for another location that I open up, I would have to submit a separate request for that third daycare. For now, this is good enough. So let's go through this page as well, in case you hadn't seen the other videos. You see that in the quick actions, we have the submit for review, and then we have the delete. We can delete the publication request if we change our minds and we're not ready to submit right away. Or we can keep it in draft mode as well and just return to it in the future. You see that we get a warning right here that says to attach 1 to 2 verification documents to prove business ownership. And if I scroll down, we get a timeline of all the events that will occur from start to finish. At the very bottom is where we submit those documents. In order to verify that this daycare is real and it's yours, we need some type of document that proves that this daycare actually exists in the real world. This can be a business document, it can be a receipt, or it can be any kind of document that proves this is an actual daycare. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to click Upload, and I'm going to drag and drop a PDF that verifies ownership for me. I'm going to upload it, and then I'm going to close it. So now I have a supporting document, and I go back to the top, and I don't get that warning anymore. I'm ready to publish, so I'm going to click Submit for Review. And now the form has been submitted for review. If you see over here in the timeline, we've completed the second step, and now all we're doing is waiting for an admin to review this form. What we can do now is keep using the app or return to it in the future, and we'll get notifications through the notification system and also through our emails. So here I am back in the publication request a bit later on, and you see now I have some unread notifications. So I'm going to click over here. And it says that the publication has now been approved. The approved changes will be processed and applied shortly. I can click here and go back to the publication request. I scroll down again to the timeline and it says it's been approved. So all we're waiting for now is the admin to process it, which will grant us the publication rights. I'll do one more refresh, and now it says that the request has been completed. If I scroll down and I look at the timeline again, all the steps have been completed. So this publication request is now complete. What I could do now is I could click directly into the organization and directly into each daycare. I'm going to open each of them in new tabs and close this one. And within the organization profile, you see on the right-hand side, we have access to publish enabled. So if I click publish now and publish, now this organization profile is published. I can do the same for each of the daycares. Publication status, publish now. This daycare is now published. And the same thing here for this one. Publish now. Now the awesome thing about this is that if I go back to the organization profile and I click the public URL and open it in a new tab, you see that the organization profile is now live on the real website. And you see so are the daycares right here. So I'm going to click on this daycare. I'm going to click on this other daycare as well. And here's the daycare profile for the Burnaby Heights one. And here's the daycare profile for Grove Metrotown as well. So it's that simple. All you have to do is create a publication request. Let's go back to movements, to publications, and you'll see that this publication request is no longer active. It's now moved into the active state since it's complete. If you have any questions regarding publications, feel free to reach out to us with any questions. Thanks for watching.